Super, super pumped up, you guys. I would be screaming and jumping up and down right now, but my wife is downstairs. She's on a call right now. She's a school principal, so she's been in meetings, and otherwise I'd be literally, guys, the energy's real. The emotions are real. I am super, super fired up and pumped up about what is happening inside MTI right now. Vancouver, Washington is in the house. Let's go. Welcome all new members. Most importantly, welcome all of you guys. Utilize the next 7 minutes. Got to reach out to your teams. Got to reach out to your team's prospect. Get into the text messages, WhatsApps, Telegram, Facebook Messenger, email, whatever you got to do. Reach out to your people right now and get them on this call. This is a huge, huge opportunity right now. Massive opportunity. You do not want to miss this. We're growing so quickly. The momentum is just absolutely, it's astronomical, and we're just getting started. Truly, we really are. We're right over 90,000 members. When I first started back in September, I think there was about 3,000 members or something like that. So the growth has just been massive, and they don't want to miss the next growth that we're going to be experiencing in the next 90 days. We're going to bring this to 200,000 members in the next 90 days. No doubt in my mind. We're already on pace for that. So that's a huge, huge opportunity. Before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to just reiterate a lot. Yes, trust me, you guys. You know, that's another subject that we'll talk about another day. But yes, trust me, he's very appreciative. We're all very appreciative to have the CEO that we have now. He is a quick acting, fast paced moving gentleman, and we're very blessed to have him in our corner. So real quick, I want to go over some disclaimers with you guys. It's so important, and I'm still seeing this. This is not a training call, but this is something that we have to disclose before we do calls, regardless of what, if it's an opportunity call, if it's a one-on-one call, or if we're just talking about it in general. Disclaimer: the information being said or presented with you is not to be considered financial advice, okay? Every person that's involved in MTI right now, as we speak, we are not financial advisors, okay? We simply share our personal experience with people, and then they make the decision whether it's for them or not. You know, one thing that we don't do is we don't browbeat people into this business, because we don't need to. You know, we don't need people to join to win. But also, there is no guarantees that you will experience any or the same results. All right. Everybody has their own unique way of building the business. If that's the way you choose to do it, you know, it's completely optional if you want to build a business. If you're here just to look at MTI as a vehicle to grow your Bitcoin, that's fantastic. We want to welcome you with open arms and heart warmth and all that good stuff. But there's nothing guaranteed here. All right. We have good days. We have bad days. That's the market. We don't control the market. So it's very important. So I just wanted to just show this to you guys. And for those that are new, that are joining as a new member, it's very important to understand the disclaimer here. Okay. And we don't make income claims here at MTI. Okay. We're not going to say that we're making millions of dollars in your first 30 days. That's nearly impossible. My gosh, if you find something like that, let me know. But listen, income claims is a no-no. Okay, we don't. We're very blessed to be making the money that we are, because we've worked damn hard to get to where we are. Okay, and I say that loosely. So again, disclaimer, nothing's guaranteed. Everything that you see here during this presentation is not to be considered financial advice. Thank you, Sherry Ward, Sherry Marks. for pulling that up on the screen so everybody can see that. We're going to get started in 2 more minutes. Utilize this time to reach out to your team, reach out to your prospects. This is so important. We're in a movement right now. We are creating leaders. We are creating a movement where people can finally feel at home with an opportunity to grow their Bitcoin. And it's been a true blessing. So, guys, I'm fired up, super fired up. My name is, for those that are just joining, I want to welcome where you guys calling in from. I want to know where the audience is calling in from. We have people from the U.S., South Africa, Jamaica, Netherlands, all over the world chiming in right now. And if you're looking at MTI for the very first time, drop a 1 in the comment box. I want to be the first to welcome you before we get our presenters on here. Welcome to the call. Welcome, welcome. Jamaica is in the house. Florida's in the house. Hello, hello. Welcome to the call, you guys. Super excited. We're gonna get started here in 1 more minute. Welcome, Nico. Welcome. Hello, hello, hello. For those that don't know me, my name is Scott Smith, and I reside here in the United States. And I've been involved with MTI since September of 2019. Absolutely love it. I wish I had got involved in April when I was first told about it. So I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for that. All right, let's go. Let's go. We're waiting for one more panelist to jump on. He likes to show up at the very last second. I'm going to go ahead and just got a message here. There he is. He likes to get my anxiety going. That's what he loves to do to me. He likes to stress me out, but he's always saying, don't stress out, brother. I'll make it. I'll make it. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We want to respect your guys' time because I truly believe time is the biggest asset that we have on this planet. And we want to make sure we utilize it, respect it for you so you can get back to the person that invited you to this call. That's the most important thing. Get back to the person that either shared this recording with you or if you've been invited to tonight's call. We're not going to take up more time. It is time to get the party started. Joel Santiago will be our first guest speaker for this evening of the MTI Trading International Business Opportunity Overview. You guys, this guy's got a decade, well over a decade of business knowledge. He has built massive success in this industry, but most importantly, he has helped the average person create an unbelievable life. And I'm very, very blessed and honored to be in his circle of influence. I learn from him every day. He is teaching me the ins and out about the industry. Even though I've been in it for a long time, you always learn something new from a leader that has created success such as himself. And I have so much respect for him. What he's created here at MTI, I mean, everybody can just, I'm speaking for everybody. We're very, very blessed. He's put together a 90-day challenge to hold people accountable, to get people uncomfortable so they can get comfortable. And I'm telling you, it's exploding right now. People are loving it. People are happy and smiling and earning an income. And that's what it's all about here. So Joel Santiago from Florida, my brother, are you out there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, my brother?
I can, man. Take it away. Guys, look at that smile. Listen, smiling is so contagious. It's one of the best gestures anybody can give. And there's so many reasons why Joel Santiago is smiling today. And I believe from this opportunity.
No, you better believe it, man. Every day feels like Christmas here in MTI. Before we get started, I want to give everybody 30 seconds right now. Shout out to my brother, Scott. I appreciate the leadership. I feel the same as he does. You know, I wish I would have got involved in April when I was first introduced, but hey, so what? We don't live with regrets. I'm just grateful to be part of this amazing program today. So for the next 30 seconds, folks, please, 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 if you care about somebody in your community, friend, family member, whoever it may be, let's send them a message right now. Get them the link to the Zoom and get them on. 30 seconds right now, okay? While you guys are doing that, for those that are watching this now, prospects, this is your first time, or you're watching the recording, my name is Joel Santiago. I'm just one of the blessed leaders here at MTI, and I want to welcome you guys to our call. I ask for two things on every single call. The first is have an open mind, be open-minded. There's going to be some information that we're going to share, and we definitely want you to take notes as well. So be open-minded and take notes so that you can circle back with the person that invited you to get those questions answered and to get started immediately. Folks, as I said, I'm Joel Santiago, just an average person here in Orlando, Florida, in the United States of America that's been absolutely blessed with MTI. I've built massive organizations in the past, and yeah, that's great. But at the end of the day, my success in the past isn't going to help you guys get successful today here in MTI. And what MTI has done in my life by transforming not only my life, but every single person that I was able to refer and share this amazing opportunity with, despite it's only optional. You don't have to do that to participate in the program, but it's been a blessing for me to be able to say that 100% of our community have been benefiting and growing their Bitcoin as a result of this program. Folks, most of which haven't shared, haven't referred, or done any of that stuff, and they still benefit from this. So that's enough about that, folks. I'm going to jump right into this opportunity meeting right now, this overview presentation. I'm going to go through some information, folks, and again, be open-minded, take down some notes, and then you can ask the questions that you have at the end of the presentation. The name of the company is MTI Trading International, or MTI for short, folks. As I mentioned, the company launched last April 2019. I didn't get started until September. Talk about a big mistake, but again, I'm grateful to be here today. The most servant of leaders and founders and visionaries in my personal career. And this individual is somebody that not only has an incredible vision, but the foundation of what he's created hasn't changed, which is looking at the little guy and providing a solution for the average person, for the average and the underdog that hasn't been accustomed to success, that doesn't have, you know, experience or a track record of success, or even that type of lifestyle income that we want to achieve. With this program, with patience, with trusting the system to do what it does and trying not to get distracted from all the love at the bottom, the system has literally changed the lives of well over 90,000 members, and it can do the same thing for you. Registered, 100% compliant with the laws and regulations in South Africa, and MTI offers an amazing trading service. We're not financial advisors. I'm not a financial advisor. Neither one are my three partners that you're going to hear speak on this call today. And we're just simply exchanging our stories and our experience that we're having here at MTI. So don't misconstrue it with financial advice, and just know that the head office, the closeout, is in Stellenbosch, South Africa. I'll be out there by the end of, I'll say the fall of 2020. I will be in South Africa. Scott, you're coming with, so I won't take no for an answer. Now, the value and the services that we offer, MTI offers the most amazing opportunity for you to grow your Bitcoin portfolio. Trading services with Bitcoin as the base currency. And it's the Forex market, which you guys don't need to know any of that. You can get familiar with it later. And we definitely pride ourselves on the consistency of this system, as well as the transparency. There's absolutely no stones unturned here in MTI, and everything that takes place within the leadership, corporate, is streamlined to the community, as well as an in-depth statement and report on a daily basis of what we receive, or the negative or positive trades that we experience from this system. Now, why Bitcoin? Folks, this question is something that I ask each and every one of you guys, whether you're here now, watching the recording later, do some diligence on Bitcoin, the history of Bitcoin, where it's at now, where we anticipate it to be. For me, I love the fact that the fees here at MTI, there's no fees when depositing or withdrawing Bitcoin, but even other wallets that I've used before outside of MTI, they charge fees, and these fees are just a fraction of what I would normally be accustomed to transacting through my bank account or transacting through these normal platforms had I done business before and how I did business before. So for me, I love that it's cheap in regards to fees. It's quick, it's instant, and me, myself, and my family are 1,000% positioned for what we believe to take place with Bitcoin. And we believe within the next 10 years, we will experience a $1 million Bitcoin. Not financial advice, just the perspective of the entire Santiago family. But again, if you do diligence, you guys will see what we're talking about and why there's no slowing down building MTI. Now, as the price of Bitcoin fluctuates, so does the value of your BTC. BTC short for Bitcoin, okay? We don't control the market. It goes up, it goes down. The value of Bitcoin goes up. When it does, so does your Bitcoin, okay? And the same thing happens if it goes down, which it does. Bitcoin's volatile, but again, our hope is for the future. We believe and anticipate Bitcoin's gonna go to the moon. Now, the trades are conducted daily on our behalf, folks. So what does that mean? That means we don't have to do anything. We don't have to sit in front of the charts, execute trades, manage it, manage our risk and so on and so forth. Nope. The sophisticated software does that, as well as the professional traders managing it to make sure that our risk is managed and we're able to, do what we do, which is been able to get in and get out of the market, executing, hundreds of trades per day, winning and losing, and having an amazing track record. So you don't have to do anything. And there's a full disclosure, folks. As I mentioned before, transparency is something that we pride ourselves in. And, that with so many scams out there, MTI just provides a high level of comfort and confidence within the community because we're able to see everything and anything that takes place. What up, Vince? Shout out to my brother, Vince Ward, out in South Africa. MTI offers an opportunity for us to increase our Bitcoin. But again, as I mentioned, no guarantees from what we've done in the past. For the future, we're hopeful. But the one thing that's guaranteed, folks, is the future of Bitcoin. It's not going anywhere at all. On to the next, MTI Trading. As I mentioned, folks, we use a sophisticated artificial intelligence trading software. The beautiful thing is that it's exclusive to MTI members. So if you're outside of MTI and you want to use this, you can. Okay, trading Forex Monday through Friday. Forex is simply short for foreign exchange. It's currency. And for us day traders, we understand what that is. But the base currency is Bitcoin. Okay, so despite we use the foreign exchange market, everything in MTI and everything out of MTI is strictly Bitcoin. Now, daily profits automatically added to your trading pool. Okay, so you experience a profit on Monday, and then on Tuesday, you experience, another trading day. And then instead of having to send profits to the account, it automatically goes in there, making it easier for your Bitcoin to continue to grow and compound day by day as we experience more positive trading days. MTI has a proven track record. I love the track record of MTI. So when I sit down with prospects and people that I share this with, it's really awesome that I can show them, like, look, this is our track record. Yeah, I let them know that it doesn't guarantee what takes place tomorrow. There's no guarantees. But going through it, I see a bunch of ones in there. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But yeah, the track record, let me get back to it. The track record is impeccable, okay? The track record is impeccable, and that's my favorite thing about MTI is that everybody is winning here, not just those that are sharing, are used to winning and building and so on and so forth. But no, the little guy, the underdog, those that don't have the time, don't have the skill set, and just really don't want to take that step at the moment, they're winning as well. I see a bunch of ones in there. So let's change this up a little bit. I'm going to ask for some participation from everybody. And I'm just going to say, if you are here right now in MTI, and if you can agree with this statement, I'm going to need a 5. For me, MTI has been the best financial decision that my family has ever made by far. If you guys can agree to that, let's show the prospects, let's show everybody that that the fives that are in there, okay, that we're not only winning, but you who's seeing this for the first time have the same opportunity to win with this community. And folks, the beautiful thing is I'm getting freaking chills. There's no egos here. Everybody is winning and everybody's working together to make sure that we're all winning, okay? So you make the decision to be part of this family and you're gonna get nothing but love and support from thousands and thousands of members. You'll be able to participate in what's gonna be the biggest wave this industry has ever seen over the next 12 months. We will put 1 million people, we will change 1 million lives here in MTI. And you can choose today on whether or not you want to be part of that journey. Just a sidebar. I had to add that. Now let me get back to the presentation. No withdrawal fees, okay? So you deposit your Bitcoin, and let's just speak hypothetically. I'm going to use USD as an example. I deposit $100 USD worth of Bitcoin in my account. Guess what, folks? That's what's going into my MTI account. It's not, MTI doesn't take anything. MTI provides this platform absolutely free. Yes, MTI is absolutely free to participate. You just have to have Bitcoin to play. Okay? But we don't charge subscription fees, we don't charge monthly fees, maintenance fees, withdrawal fees, deposit fees. It's non-contractual. You guys can leave tomorrow. You can withdraw your profits or your principal and go and exit at any time that you want, okay? We only want you here if you guys want to be here. And know that we are 100% sustainable. This is not a sign-up game, folks. Despite the community is huge and we're not slowing down, it's because we have a winning model, but we're not paid out because of people are signing up. 100% of the earnings, folks, comes from the profits that the system produces. So what does that mean? That means that it's not a sign-up game. It's not a recruiting game. And if the system doesn't profit, we're not going to pay out anything. But again, it's been doing an amazing job to provide a program and a platform. We like to call it the Bugatti of the industry, the vehicle that is creating success stories across the world like I've never seen before in my life. This is my favorite pie. This is my favorite pie and my favorite part of the presentation, folks. Just look at what Johan has done. In most programs, the bulk of the earnings, the bulk of the payout goes to those that do the heavy lifting, those that are building, those that are recruiting. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, that model has proven to work in the past. However, this is the enhanced model. Compensation, earnings, and payout. This is the future right here. This is providing the majority of the people that come into this program the opportunity and the ability to earn. So the bulk of the profits, 40%, folks, goes to the members. Most of our members don't refer, don't recruit. For me, I'm doing a disservice to my family and community by not sharing this like a madman. I love MTI, it's blessing me, and I got to share it. But I really want you guys to focus on the members' 40% earnings, which is the bulk of it. Folks, this is the foundation of MTI. This is why we're growing at a rapid rate, is because we have something that really works, and a visionary, a foundation that puts the little guy at the forefront. That hasn't changed. It hasn't changed at all, and it's not only not going to change, but we're going to continue to enhance this platform so that we can provide more opportunity for the little guy, okay? Now, look at the binary bonuses, 20%. Yes, I love the weekly bonuses. They're amazing. 20%, leadership bonuses, 5%. The traders get 25%. And look at MTI walking away with a humble 10%, providing a free program, a free platform for us to grow our Bitcoin. Again, system's free, and MTI is taking the smallest piece of the pie. Folks, this is a winning model. This is a winning model. I learned a long time ago, when you focus your attention on helping people and creating systems that helps the average person, not because of what you're going to get in return, but because you genuinely have a desire for that individual to change his life, and you want to provide opportunity to impact him in a manner that's going to allow him the ability to empower himself. Folks, MTI has done it the best, okay? The best. Screenshot this, share this. This is the ability for us to, what is the saying? You can't have your cake and eat it. Well, you can here in MTI. You can have your pie, you can eat it, you can have it again, because that's how the system is designed. Now, what makes this different? You know, I'm going to use this analogy and this example that I used on previous calls. A gentleman, old mentor of mine, who's involved in currency, fraudulent currency, okay? He told me, when I'm telling him what he looks for to determine whether a bill is fake or real, he's like, well, I don't necessarily do that. My day is spent on actual real bills, on actual currency. And I said, well, why do you do that? You would think that you would look at the fake money and dissect that. And he says, because once you know the real, everything about the real deal, about the real currency, it is so easy for you to see a substitute or a counterfeit. And I feel that MTI is in a lane of its own. So I don't personally compare it, because really, folks, nobody's doing it like us. There's no registration fees, no subscription fees or administration fees. MTI provides a system, as I said before, absolutely free to its members. Absolutely free. Of course, you have to have Bitcoin in your trading pool balance to participate, but everything that I'm used to being charged for in the past is provided absolutely free of charge here at MTI. There's no packages, expiration dates of your BTC capital. So you guys don't have to deposit it, wait a month or 3 months to get your earnings. None of that nonsense. You guys get in one day, you experience the trading profits or losses, and then the next day, if you want to get out, taking your profits and your principal and taking your Bitcoin and getting out of here, you guys can do that. We only want you here if you want to be here. The transparency has been beyond full, okay? We get everything from updates to the trading statements on a daily basis, and everything is streamlined, as well as a collective organization of leaders with many, many skill sets, big organizations that collectively work together so that the field and everybody is receiving, the knowledge on what's taking place with MTI. Folks, the track record speaks for itself. We're going to show a little bit about that data here coming up, but take pride if you're an MTI member in knowing that we have something that works, and we have the proof to show people that, hey, this has been working for us. Here's the proof behind it. And then they decide on whether or not they see what we see and want to participate. No trading knowledge required to be a member, okay? So I encourage you guys to do a little research to educate yourself. But like my brother Scott says, MTI provides an opportunity for you guys to actually earn while you're learning about MTI, Bitcoin, Forex. But again, you don't have to learn. We believe knowledge is power. And in doing so, you guys are going to get excited, and it's going to light a fire up underneath you. Your full BTC goes into trade. As I mentioned before, you guys deposit 1 Bitcoin in there. You don't have to worry about MTI taking fees or taking a piece out of that for fees. And the same thing goes with our withdrawals. The daily compounding growth, a penny doubled every day. Google that on, look that up on Google. Compound interest, a penny doubled every day. After 30 days is over $5 million. Well, MTI automatically compounds the profits that we experience so that you start to experience compounding interest growth, which is phenomenal. And it just creates a huge opportunity for the average person to win and achieve desired results a lot quicker than outside of this particular system. Now, withdrawals are quick and easy. Been involved since September. I'm loving the withdrawals. 48 hours after you request it, boom, it's in there, and I'm able to sell it and use my local currency after selling it. But it's so freaking easy, and there's no issues. Over 90,000 members, and over so many Bitcoin paid out as a result of this platform. And again, no complaints today about any issues in regards to withdrawals from our community. No withdrawal fees, as I mentioned before, no waiting periods. You don't have to send this and do that and wait 2 weeks and get it. Nope. As I mentioned before, it takes up to 48 hours as long as it's done during the week, and request goes out during the week. And then lastly, as I mentioned, folks, no termination or cancellation fees. If you guys want to withdraw your Bitcoin and, you know, go on your merry way, we wish you God bless and much success. We only want you here if you guys want to be here. Now, these are the data that I was mentioning earlier in the presentation. This is facts. This is factual data right here, okay? Screenshot it if you need to. The last 11 months of trading from September when I got involved, Scott as well, till June 2020, 166.18%, okay? Which is the 40% profit. And that's all members experience that, not because they referred, not because they recruited, but because they had their Bitcoin and their trading pool balance here in MTI. And they experience 0.49% in daily profit. Where is that done? Okay, where can you do that? You know, and when, there you go. And when, can you guys hear me? Kind of froze. All right, I see Scott gave me the thumbs up. But yeah, nowhere else but here at MTI. Our first negative day, you know, I received so many positive feedback on our first negative day. And it was awesome to hear that, you know, a community so happy to see this. Now, let me tell you why they're happy. Look at what our losing day. Now, we get losing trades on a daily basis. Don't get me wrong. There's, like I said, hundreds of trades that go out. But we do a great job with the bot as well as the management to get in and get out. And even if we have more losses than wins, we're still able to get out in the positive. Well, on this day, it turned out to be a negative trading day. But folks, look at that, 0.0933%. If you know anything about trading, that to me just tells me, as well as the community, that the management of the risk is doing a phenomenal job, So you better believe that we experience trading or losing trades, as well as our first losing trade day, which is we can experience in the future. But folks, our track record speaks for itself. Our track record speaks for itself. Doesn't guarantee what's going to take place tomorrow. But folks, I have no doubts in my mind that MTI and the system is going to continue doing what it's been doing, or better, or much, much better. Healthy track record right there. Now, with a solid service for people to create passive income, a referral program was the natural choice to market MTI. And it's been an honor for me to be here in MTI, you know, to just help where I can. And I enjoy the opportunity to help. And I'm really honored with the leadership that we have. So folks, that's it for me right now. That's my time. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pass it back to my mentor, to one of the biggest business building servant leaders in the network marketing space. My sister, my mentor, my coach, Sherry Marks. Sherry, you out there?
I'm here. How are you?
I'm doing great. You're looking stunning, sis. Floor is yours.
Oh, thank you. I'm quite excited that you're even still talking to me after the crazy week that we've had. I've been so unavailable, and a terrible upline to you, Joel. I apologize for that. I'm so sorry. It has been a crazy week, but an exciting week. And I'm Sherry Marks. I am a member with MTI. I also help out in the corporate side for training and presentations. And I get to work quite closely with Clinton and Johan and a couple of the other leaders in the organization. And guys, I have to just agree with Joel. The changes and the implementations that I've seen in Tamura Trading International in the last 2 weeks has absolutely blown my mind. I've learned so much. I've gotten to meet so many incredible people. And I hope that I can share a little bit about those implementations with you guys tonight. I know there's lots of questions. I know that lots of people have been reading all sorts of things in the news. We're going to deal with all of that tonight after the presentation. But I want to just throw it back and tell Scott and Joel how incredibly proud I am of them and what an excellent job they're doing of not just servicing their teams and our entire MTI membership as a whole. It has been such an honor working with these guys. They are my go-to support structure. Joel has counseled me on numerous occasions, and I really do appreciate that. It just speaks to the culture of what this company is all about. So guys, I'm going to jump straight into it. I saw a couple of people asking, is the referral program necessary in order for you to benefit from our trading service? No, it is not. You guys, even if you join into Mirror Trading International and you're not a recruiter and you don't want to build a network, that's perfectly fine. You can still benefit from the trades that are done on your behalf every single day with your Bitcoin in hand. So it's all about growing your Bitcoin, guys. You don't have to refer anyone. But I also want to tell you that success is 100% optional. And when you start realizing that if you put a little bit of effort into creating a secondary income when the entire world is struggling economically at the moment, you'll find that MTI is probably the easiest network that you'll ever build. Now, I've been in network marketing, not that MTI is a network marketing company, but I've been in network marketing industry for 7 years, and it changed my life because I was willing to try something new to get a different result. And I don't know where I would be without any kind of referral marketing option. MTI is the easiest team that I've ever built. And this is your chance. Tonight is your chance to make a decision and to decide if you want to do something about your finances. So just to recap, we have 4 major ways that you can earn Bitcoin within MTI. The first one is, as explained by Joel, the trading side. This happens every single day, regardless of if you've referred anybody. It compounds in your trading pool account, your Bitcoin grows, and we've got a fantastic track record, as Joel has touched. Then we've got the referral bonuses. This is paid by MTI. So I just want to explain this very quickly because a lot of people say to me, why does MTI have a referral program? Well, because it's the most effective way to build a business, you guys. Even if you're a small to medium enterprise owner, large corporations, ask yourself, where does most of your business come from? Word of mouth referrals. So MTI decided to adopt a referral structure because that's the quickest way to build an organization. It's also the best way to retain members in an organization because they've been referred by somebody that they know, love, and trust. So this referral fee does not come from the person that you have referred. So let's say you refer your brother into the organization, of which I have 2. As soon as you refer them into the organization, their full deposit of Bitcoin goes into trade and they start benefiting from the trades immediately. You, however, get paid by MTI from their profit share. They tell you, thank you for the business, here's 10%, and they pay that to you a week in arrears. Now, in order for you to qualify for that referral bonus, you only have to have $100 worth of Bitcoin in your account. So you fund your account with the necessary minimum amount, which is $100 worth of Bitcoin. Aaron, I see your message, and I thought I'd answer that for you tonight. So $100 worth of Bitcoin in your account. And guys, we're a Bitcoin in, Bitcoin out operation. And that's because we want to do business with people all across the world. That's what it's all about. It's about growing and helping as many people as we can, not just to get and understand cryptocurrency, but also to change their financial future. That's my heart. It's our leadership's heart, and it's Johan Steinberg's heart as well. So when we look at the binary bonuses, these are really exciting because the company takes 20% of the profit that they generated in that pie that Joel showed you a little bit earlier on. And then they proportionately divide it amongst everybody that is binary qualified. We're going to chat about what that means in a second. Then we've got the leadership bonuses. Now, leadership bonuses are unbelievable because they create a culture of a team working together, a team earning together. And as you help your team to build an organization, the company is going to remunerate you for it. Now, that's pretty exciting. And all of this comes from trading profit, you guys. Joel said it, Scott said it. I'm going to tell you again. We do not use one person's Bitcoin to pay the next. We are not a pyramid scheme. We are not a Ponzi scheme. We are regulated and we stick by those regulations in that every single cent in MTI that gets paid out is as a result of the trading profit that gets generated for that week. So we're pretty excited. So let's go to this a little bit more in depth. I'm not going to be too specific because I know there's too much information. So we're going to run through this quickly. In order for you to earn from the binary commissions or binary bonuses, you need to have $200 worth of Bitcoin invested in your own account, and then you need to refer 2 people. One left leg, one right leg. Now, you guys don't tell me that you can't refer 2 people. Everyone knows 2 people, right? Unless you're living under a rock. But there's 7 billion people on this planet. You can refer 2. It's not impossible. And once you've placed them on the left and right leg respectively, you are what we call binary qualified. This now means that you are going to get your slice of the share of the pie, like Joel had shown earlier, of the 20% that was generated in trade for that week. Now, your personal deposit amount in the trading pool will determine how deep you earn into your binary. If you've got $200, you earn 10 levels deep. $1,000, 20 levels deep, $5,000, 30 levels deep, and $10,000 allows you to earn infinite levels deep on your binary structure. So how does this work? Well, people are going to fall into your structure because as soon as you sign up your third person or refer your third person to the organization, you cannot grow a third leg. So you're now placing that person underneath one of the first two people that you signed up, and that's called spillover. Now, we have got leadership, amazing leadership in this organization that have built massive teams without any spillover. But you'll probably find that if you're part of a team that's got a little bit of momentum and a little bit of growth, you're going to get some spillover. And that's mahala. That's from nothing, right? So it gets exciting because the company then takes all of the Bitcoin invested collectively on your lesser leg, all the Bitcoin collectively invested on your right leg, and the lesser of the two, your left and right, I beg your pardon, on the lesser leg, they're going to pay you proportionately. So let me show you what that means, okay? This is the formula that they use to generate that binary commission statement that happens every single Saturday. They take your weekly leg volume, and then they divide it by all of the people's sum total weekly leg volumes for those people that are binary qualified. So let's say of the 90,000 members in the world, okay, or it's more than 90, then let's say we've got 10 people that are binary qualified. They will take all 10 people's weekly leg volumes, add them together, and that decides the proportionality of how you get paid out. Your weekly leg is then divided by that sum total and multiplied by the 20% profit that was generated that week before. So it's all proportionate. Okay, this is the size of the pie, and then they determine what size goes to you based on your weekly leg volume compared to everyone else. So it's really cool. I see here it's been a while without receiving any spillover. Guys, remember, spillover is something that you are not entitled to. It's something that we create together as a team. As a team, we work together. And when you create that momentum, spillover is something that comes naturally. But always remember, expecting spillover is kind of like eating with the wrong fork at a very fancy restaurant. It's a little bit like frowned upon in the network marketing industry. Not that we're a network marketing company, but at the end of the day, it's about understanding that you have a responsibility to build your organization as well. And it works when you work in terms of referral marketing, you guys. Okay, so I just saw somebody saying they don't understand spillover. Let me explain that one more time. So here you'll see that Sam signed up you and Luvo. He put Luvo on the left leg and you on the right leg. Now, as soon as Sam signs up his third person, which is Jack, he cannot grow third leg. So he places Jack underneath you, like in this image, and you'll see then that Jack now falls into your organization. Sam will get referral fee because he referred him, but when the company is generating your binary bonus for that week, Jack will now be taken into account for your volumes, even though you didn't sign him up. That's called spillover. And I promise you, there are people that have had phenomenal spillover in the organization. But like I said, spillover is something we create together, and we don't expect spillover because it's almost as rude as eating with the wrong fork at a very fancy restaurant. Okay, so it's something that we don't expect, but something we create together. So now if you look at what you want to do in order to benefit from the leadership bonuses, and I'm going to run through these very quickly because you might not understand all of them. And the crux of a leadership bonus is actually to create a culture of people working together. If you're in this organization, you have a responsibility, number one, to communicate effectively with your downline. And let me just tell you that binary structures have a life of their own. When I meet with someone, they phone me or I speak to them, I can tell you pretty much exactly where they fit into the company's binary structure because I can work it back to the kind of leader that they are under. Your team will reflect your leadership, you guys. It's very important that people understand this. So you are in control of the narrative. You are in control of the culture that you have. When you sign somebody into MTI and they express a desire to build a business, you need to help them. You need to communicate, and we need to filter down that training and that support from an upline's perspective. Okay, so at the end of the day, when you look at building leadership bonuses, they're all built around binary qualification. So when you refer somebody, your first job is to make them become binary qualified. So step one is you need to become binary qualified. Here's you've signed a personal referral on the left, personal referral 2 on the right. You had a little bit of spillover in between, doesn't matter. You are now binary qualified. Okay, so as soon as you are binary qualified, with everybody in this situation having $200 worth of Bitcoin in their account, then you can move on to the next step, which is becoming P1 qualified. Now, all you have to do, you guys, is help the person that you have referred to do what you've just done. So you're going to take the person that you've referred. I need to slow down a bit again. Oh dear, you guys. I'm going to be making this recording available. You can go and have a look at it on my YouTube channel. It's all excited. Dylan is saying it's all too complicated. It sounds like a scam. All right, let's just quickly do this. Dylan, I would hate for you to have to listen to me for another 10 minutes. So it's been real. Thank you very much. All right, so let's quickly go into this again. Number one is you want to become binary qualified. When you become binary qualified is when you've referred two people. One left leg, one right leg. That's the first thing you want to do. Now what you want to do is take one of those two people or both and help them to become binary qualified. So in this image, you'll see you've got personal referral 1 on your left leg and personal referral 2 on your right leg. As soon as personal referral 2 is binary qualified, in other words, that they each have 2 people signed up, one left leg, one right leg, everybody with $200 worth of Bitcoin, then you become P1 qualified because somebody that you've brought to the organization is now earning from the binary. Okay. We also have an exceptional compensation plan training that you can go and have a look at. It's on our YouTube channel. It's on the membership portal. It explains all of this in depth. At the end of the day, you want to have a look at how you're building your organization and center it around binary qualification. Okay, that's all you got to do. Sign up, find to duplicate. That's the structure that we use. Now, when you duplicate this, this P1 share, this binary qualification, one level further, then you earn P2 shares. Now, guys, this is why it's important. You want to duplicate this into your organization because you don't want to be the person constantly responsible for having to pull everybody's weight. So at the end of the day, when you've referred someone, help them to become binary qualified and teach them to do the same thing with their downline. At the end of the day, P1 and P2 comes completely naturally. And all you have to remember is that everybody must have $200 worth of Bitcoin in their trading accounts in order for you to qualify for these leadership bonuses. Okay, so I'm going to run through that one more time. Step 1 is you've got to get involved. Step 2, you've got to refer somebody to the organization, 2 people. Place them left leg, right leg. Step 3 is duplicate that. So the people that you have signed up into the organization, teach them to become binary qualified as well. It's a very simple process. I know that it gets a bit confusing and convoluted when you look at it, but at the end of the day, if you just remember sign up, find to duplicate, you'll be perfectly fine. So when you have a look at, when you look at MTI from a holistic view and what we offer, yes, we have this trading service to our members. We allow people to grow their Bitcoin with MTI. Your Bitcoin is only used when it is traded, you guys. And that is, I think, the one element that sets MTI apart from every other organization in the world. Your Bitcoin is not used to pay other teams in the system or other people in the system. All payouts are from the profits generated in trade for that week. It's very, very important, you guys, that you realize that every single cent that MTI pays out is not your Bitcoin deposit or your friend's Bitcoin deposit or your upline's Bitcoin deposit. It was the profit that was generated for that week. New members are not necessary for current members to earn from the trade or the network. Even if you have referred nobody, you will see a positive growth in your Bitcoin amount because the trading is completely separate to the optional referral program. Your Bitcoin is generated through trade, not through recruiting. However, if you do recruit and you do build an organization, you can grow yourself a secondary income. Your daily trading profit is automatically compounded. As Joel said, go and have a look and Google a penny compounded. It is absolutely amazing what you can do with compound growth these days. And you can withdraw from MTI whenever you please without any limitations. In fact, when people give me a hard time, I say to them, MTI is not for everyone, and it's perfectly fine. I don't feel any need to convince anyone. For me, this is an opportunity. You can take it, leave it, and that makes no difference to what I'm doing with the organization, makes no difference to our trading profits any day, every day. And at the end of the day, facts don't care about feelings. You know, 1 + 1 is 2, regardless of our opinion of that, okay? There are no earning limitations in terms of trading, but on the binary, you are capped to $15,000 a day or $75,000 a week on the binary bonus alone. We have had some members that have maxed out the compensation plan in terms of binary commissions, and it's very exciting. It's really cool to see that people have attained such success. And it's also cool that it wasn't the master affiliate or the master member for MTI, which was Clinton Marks. It was actually someone in his downline that out-earned him in the first couple of weeks. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it's nice that everybody has the opportunity to become a top earner. Doesn't matter when you've joined the organization, and you can grow with the company. So just an income recap very, very quickly. Your daily trading profit is automatically added to your trading pool every single day. Your 10% referral fee that is paid from MTI, not from the person you've referred, is then paid a week in arrears once off. Leadership bonuses are paid every single Saturday. There's no waiting period on those. And just again to reiterate, leadership and binary qualification, you guys. Binary qualification is $200 worth of Bitcoin, one person left, one person right. If you want to participate in the leadership bonus, everybody must have $200 worth of Bitcoin, and you need to sign up fine to duplicate, and the leadership P1 and P2 bonuses will come naturally. So these leadership bonuses are also paid on a Saturday, like I said, no waiting period, and your binary commissions are paid every single Saturday as well. Now remember, your binary commissions vary because there's lots of variables taken into account when calculating these bonuses. The first one is your percentage will fluctuate because your weaker leg volume is going to fluctuate. As it goes up, what you pay goes up. As people withdraw, what you get paid could go down. Your weaker leg volume changes. The profit generated for that week by MTI, the 20% margin that they put together for this binary bonus might change. The amount of people that are binary qualified will change. There might be somebody like Joel that's maybe doing a 90-day challenge and he's growing phenomenally fast, and he then has entitled himself to a bigger piece of the pie because he's grown faster than the other people who are binary qualified. So the numbers are very exciting, but at the end of the day, it's a very simple process. Sign up, find to duplicate. The golden number is $200 worth of Bitcoin. All right, so how do you get started? You get back to the person that invited you to this call tonight. You create an MTI profile that costs you nothing, and then you're going to buy Bitcoin if you don't have Bitcoin yet. Now, you guys, it's important that I tell you, MTI does not sell Bitcoin. We are not an exchange or anything like that. You need to buy Bitcoin completely independent from MTI. Now, we're going to help you, and we'll direct you on where you can buy Bitcoin from, but the Bitcoin buying process is completely independent to the service that MTI offers. You're then going to take the Bitcoin you've bought, and then you're going to put it into your MTI trading pool account. Your trading is going to start automatically. There's nothing you have to do. And then if you want to participate in the optional referral program, you're going to refer two people, one left leg, one right leg, and you duplicate that. So at the end of the day, it's all about keeping it as simple as you can. Like Monica had said, Kes, keep it simple, stupid. And your daily trading profits is then compounded for you. But this is a truly passive income, you guys. And I want to share with you guys why I say that. My personal goal is to have 50 Bitcoin in my trading pool account by November. It means that if I look at the past results of what MTI has achieved, that I would probably be able to draw between 3 and 4 Bitcoin a month to live from. And I wouldn't have to build a team. I wouldn't have to refer anybody. That's why I'm building an organization, so that I can improve my trading pool balance, and then I can actually withdraw and live from it every single month. That's my plan, because I've never seen such passivity in this kind of industry before. It's an opportunity to grow your Bitcoin holding, which I think is probably the most valuable commodity you'll find on planet Earth today. And it's a truly explosive opportunity for you to become part of this referral program, you guys. Referral programs work. Evidently, they do. Look at the explosion MTI's experienced, and you could have a part of that as well. So making good decisions is all the power you would need in order to change your financial future. And I want to make this very clear. People get very uncomfortable when I say this. MTI is not in control of your financial future. You are. And it works when you work. Yes, you're going to earn daily trading profit when and as we make profits every single day. But at the end of the day, we can't guarantee the future. What I can guarantee you is that if you put your efforts and your work ethic into this optional referral program, you cannot be disappointed. It's exciting to see how people are winning. It's exciting to see how people are growing, but those people are doing so because they're working very hard, because they've put some energy into it. Now, I'll end off with this, and I always say this to people. You got to ask yourself, can you afford not to join MTI? Can you afford not to take this opportunity? Can you afford not to get into cryptocurrency? Now, for me, the answer was a resounding no. I couldn't afford it. At the end of the day, I want time freedom. I want to spend time with my kids. I learned this from Joel. From Scott every single week. We've got one life, and I don't want to spend my life working in an 8 to 5 where my boss can fire my butt tomorrow morning. Job security is something that is an oxymoron. It doesn't exist. At the end of the day, you need to take your financial future into your own hands, and this is an opportunity for you to do that. So I get it's scary, but nothing good ever came from a comfort zone, you guys. No growth comes from being comfortable. So take this opportunity to make a good decision and look at what you could perhaps do with your future and with MTI Trading International. So I'm going to hand over to Scott. In fact, before I do that, Scott, I think that there's an elephant in the room, and we're going to address that, okay? You guys know me, right? Every time I have to do a presentation, people get all nervous because what is she going to say tonight? Who's she going to upset, okay? It's all about wearing my heart on my sleeve. And I think that not addressing the elephant in the room just makes things terrible. And I'm going to be straight up with you guys. So in the last 2 weeks, we have had a lot of attention. And let me tell you, the haters are rife. They've got a lot of time on their hands, which I don't have because I'm too busy building my MTI organization. But we've had a lot of press lately, and I want to address that. So number one, the Texas issue is not a massive thing to be worried about. We have every intention from MTI corporate's perspective of working with the Texas securities regulator. There is no way we are going to let our US members hang out to dry. These guys are my friends, they are my brothers, and in this organization, we work together, we stick together, and we're going to do everything we can in working with the Texas securities regulator. They have asked us for a response, we have sent them a response, and now our intention is to work with them and say, okay guys, what would you like us to do? What would you like us to change? How can we help you to understand MTI a little bit better? And we're going to work amicably with them to sort that process out. And I've got every confidence in our corporate communications and legal team that we're going to be able to do that. Okay, so we are in good hands. That's the first thing. The second thing is what happens in this industry is all regulated by perception, you guys. Now, let me just say this. All it takes, and you can ask me, is one person to decide that they don't like MTI. They write a blog, they speak to a reporter, and the next thing you know, we're dealing with perceptions from all across the world. Let me just tell you, perception is not fact. Perception is not truth. If you go and Google something and you find a behind MLM blog, that is not the authority. Coming from a legal background, you take information from a credible source, you guys. You don't go and ask a Toyota driver how to fix a Ferrari. Okay, at the end of the day, a company of MTI's magnitude is going to get attention. It's going to be in the media. There are people that are not going to be happy about our success because as their teams are dwindling, MTI's teams are growing exponentially. So at the end of the day, I want you to remain focused. I want you to consider the source of the information that you are getting. And at the end of the day, facts don't care about feelings. There is not one unhappy, unpaid MTI member on this planet. Not one. And I don't want to hear any drama until you can bring me an unhappy MTI member. Okay. So don't send me links about News 24. Don't send me links about some guy who writes a Bitcoin blog in the UK, because what I'm experiencing is fact. When I see my Bitcoin grow, I see the trades being affected, I see the company taking action. That to me is far more important than Joe Soap, who says MTI is a scam because he's losing his entire gold organization to us. Come guys, come now. Okay, so this is the last that we're going to deal with this. What I do want to tell you is in the last 2 weeks, I've had the most phenomenal experience. And I have it on good authority that I can tell you guys this. MTI has appointed a board, you guys. There are 4 pieces of legislation that we have to comply with, and we're now working towards making sure that we comply even with the Companies Act regulations in South Africa, we have a board, we've got non-executive directors, an accountant has been appointed for MTI. We have an auditing process in place. So this I can tell you, 2 auditing processes. The first one is for MTI's accounts themselves, and the second one is for the bot. So there's 2 auditing processes that have to take place, and we're right underway. MTI's financial year, I can now tell you, runs from the 1st of March to the 28th of February. MTI now has a bank account from which all our service providers are being paid from, and that is being audited. We have proper legal people, not just here in South Africa, but abroad now as well, consulting with MTI. And then possibly the 2 most important things that I have to tell you. The first one is, I have seen such growth in Johan, and I'm not going to patronize him, and I want to respect your time, but this has to be said. I've seen such growth in Johan, you guys. You all know as members, Johan is not a great fan of being on a video. I mean, I sometimes hear him talk and it sounds like he's a lamb being led to the slaughter. And not all of us are going to be like me or Joel or Scott. We need people who are programmers. We need people who are technical. But the growth that I have seen in Johan and how he is growing into this CEO role has warmed my heart. It's made me feel more comfortable. And we need fluid leadership. We need fluid leaders in this organization to mold and move with times that are changing very quickly. And then the last point, change, you guys. Change in the cryptocurrency space is imminent. MTI is not afraid of Bitcoin being regulated. Not here, not South Africa, not in the States, nowhere. Because we want to be a part of that process. We want to be the beacon. We want to be the company that sets the standard in this terrible industry that we find ourselves in, where there are companies here today, gone tomorrow. We will be the company that stands the test of time, number one. And number 2, it's at the end of the day, we are dealing with regulators to help them to regulate this industry, not just here in South Africa, but abroad as well. Okay, so it is under control. Don't tell me it's not, because I know that it is. I'm excited about the future. I'm not here to defend a company because facts don't care about feelings. I hope that this message was clear. I hope that I stood on lots of toes. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. It doesn't matter because, again, 1 + 1 is 2, regardless of anyone's opinion. So I'm going to hand over to Scott. Scott, close out the presentation for us, please, like only you can. I'm excited, you guys. Be super blessed, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Well, I pretty much, I think Sherry stole the words out of my mouth. But with that being said, thank you, Sherry and Joel. Phenomenal presentation you guys always do, and always on point, honest, transparent, and you guys are extremely excited when you present because you see the vision. And you wear it on your sleeves day in and day out. And that is what it's all about here in MTI. You guys are a part of a movement, a culture, a community of truly people that just love one another and care for one another. And I'm blessed to be a part of it as well. But I want to leave this statement that it's a deep statement, and it's something that you guys need to really think about hard tonight when you go to sleep, the next day and the next day when you wake up. You need to think about this, and you got to think about it hard. You get one chance at this so-called life. Think about that. You do. You have one chance at this so-called life. You got to love it, you got to live it, and you got to embrace it. Because the finish line is 6 feet deep. I just added that. That's the finish line. So it's so important to take it and go as far and as hard as you can, but on your terms. On your terms. You get one chance at this so-called life. Guys, God bless. I'll see you guys all at the top. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you guys next time. Let's go. This call's officially over.